Hey everybody, welcome back to DeHaven Family Farm. Thank you for joining me for the video here today. What we're going to be doing in this video is modifying the sprayer that is behind me to spray our pumpkins because they're dying. So we got one of our 5140s here with the cab, obviously, hooked to our 150 gallon 3-point sprayer. The sprayer has, obviously a boom assembly on it, but it does not have a wand assembly on it. Up until this point, never needed a wand on a big sprayer like this. We've got several ATV sprayers that we use, they're just 12-volt pumps that we use for spraying various things, and they've been okay. They do the job for what we use them for. But one thing we're struggling with, and you will see in this video when we get down to the field, I'll show you. Every year, really, we struggle with powdery mildew and downy mildew on our pumpkins. And we do buy mildew resistant varieties, but the resistance that, it's not guaranteed to not have any mildew. It just helps resist it. So every single year we deal with the same stuff. We've tried lots of different methods for spraying the pumpkins, and really the best one is a PTO driven mist sprayer, where it basically has a fan, and as the spray goes in there, it blasts it out in this huge ball of mist, is the best way to describe it. That's really the best tool for this job that we're going to do here today, but those good ones are pricey. We're 5,000 bucks probably, right in that neighborhood, depending on which model you go with. So it's been hard to think about making that investment. If we expand the pumpkin operation, then that's something we'll probably look into. But until then, we need to come up with some better way to do it. So what we're going to do here is, obviously this is a PTO driven pump, or PTO driven sprayer. It's a PTO pump. So what I'm going to do is we're going to add a wand assembly to this, so that we'll have a good amount of pressure, and that means that we can run this bad boy over here. So this is the wand I bought. It will do sort of misting. I think you can adjust it. It's a really heavy unit, and then I bought 50 feet of hose. So this is supposed to spray somewhere between 40 and 50 feet, and then we have another 50 foot of hose, so potentially we can be 100 feet out into the pumpkin field with our spray, and then we'll have the ability to walk around some with this. And so hopefully we can get the job done with this. Still not the greatest solution, but it's the best one we can come up with for this year. So we need to get this hooked in. I did buy some valve assemblies. I got all this stuff from Paul B Hardware. They ship everywhere, so if you guys need sprayer parts for these smaller sprayers and things, I don't know exactly how big they go as far as sprayer parts go. I think nozzles and things are fairly universal, but these guys are absolutely fantastic to deal with. I just called down there, told him what I was doing. He got some stuff together for me, sent it up. So yeah, I would recommend them. Not sponsored, but when there's a great business out there that can help people, I always recommend them. So what I thought about doing was taking these valves and coming into the line. This is a 1/2 inch line that goes back to the boom. And I thought about cutting this, putting a T in it, putting one valve in the line that goes to the boom so I could shut them off, and then tee it over and put a valve in that line so that I could shut the wand off. So that's what he helped me with, with the fittings and everything that I would need to do that. However, I'm wondering this morning, because this wand assembly is only going to be used for pumpkin season, and I'm wondering if I just loosen this hose clamp here and take this hose completely off and just leave it disconnect it here, leave it on the sprayer obviously, but disconnect it. And then just take my 1/2-inch hose that I bought for the wand, plug it right in there, and hose clamp it right tight. So then our wand comes right out of there. We have our on off, we control our pressure, everything's on the right side. I just don't have all the potential for leaks and things with all of these valves. So that's what I think I'm going to try and do first. It'll be super easy. If we got to the point where we started using the wand on a more regular basis, I would definitely add these in. But I think for today, we're just going to hook into that valve body directly. All right, so we got our boom hose off. I got this new hose for the wand right here. We're gonna slide this guy on here and clamp it down. I'm happy to report to you that this hose right here is made in the USA. Don't see that very often, so I like to point it out when I see it. All right, that is snugged down. So then there is our big coil there. We'll have to kind of figure out how we're gonna handle that here, place to put it, how to wind it up, whatever. But we need to get that uncoiled a bit so we can get the nozzle, the wand put on. So I unrolled the 50 feet of hose going all the way down and around, and now we just basically have to get that hose pushed on that barb fitting and put a hose clamp on it. Now shove that guy in there just like that, and I lost the ratchet. And just tighten her on up. There we go. It's all tightened up. I think we're ready to try this out. We got to put some water in the tank and then we'll fire her up. So while the tank fills up with water, I thought I'd show you the product that we're going to be spraying today. This is something new that we're trying, Stop SP fungicide here. And it does have the label for pumpkins. Where was it? I saw it there. You guys probably already found it. Potato, oh, right there. So, list pumpkins, diseases controlled. And let's see there, sorry I'm in the way here. Downy, mildew, and powdery mildew. And of course, other stuff there. But the issue that we've had in the past, trying to find something to spray on the pumpkins, besides having a sprayer that does a sufficient job, is trying to find a product that does both mildews. There's lots of stuff out there that you can find that will do one of the mildews, and I don't remember which one it was. I think it was powdery mildew, but it won't do downy mildew. So I was able to locate this product here, and we're gonna give it a try here today. Never used it before, but yeah, hopefully it'll take care of both of them. We got a bunch of water in our tank. We're gonna fire up the sprayer, and then we're gonna try this out and see what happens. All right, so I'm figuring this out a little bit here. This handle down here changes what we do. So there we got a mist, and then we change to a steady stream. All right, so I got a little scale here with a scooper. I got a bucket with some water in it, and this is our product. It's a powder, so we have to weigh it out. It's not obviously in fluid ounces since it's a powder. So we have to weigh it, and then we'll put it in the bucket with the water. We'll kind of mix up a good slurry solution and get it all dissolved before we put it in the sprayer. Got our product all measured out in our scooper here. We're just gonna dump it in the bucket of water, which you guys cannot see, but I promise it's here. We're gonna dump this in here, mix it around, to be ready for the sprayer. right, we got the tractor mixing. We'll take a look at some of these pumpkins. You can see how some of them are kind of yellowing out. It might be kind of hard to find. Oh, here we go. Perfect example. See all the mildew on here? See all that white? This is what attacks us every year, and we should have sprayed already. But like everything else with the rain, we're behind. You can see here's a nice pumpkin growing. That's going to be a good one. So that's what we're going to do. We've got all of this field to do, section up on top, and all of that way out over there. So we're going to do the best we can. I think the nozzle I bought, the spray wand, gun, whatever you want to call it, I don't think it's right for our application. It was a mist one, which I thought would be good, but I can't get a lot of pressure out of it. Like, no matter how much I turn it up, like, it's getting incrementally better. So I went back on the website where I looked at it in the first place, and you know, I guess I should read, right? Learn how to read. So it said it was good for PSIs from 100 all the way up to 800 PSI. Well, this particular setup, I normally spray, you know, the booms with the nozzles. I normally spray, it's 40 PSI is what the sprayer, I can't talk today, is set at. So, you know, that system is only designed for 100 PSI, so I got it cranked up all the way, but I'm either gonna have to get a different spray gun or get a bigger system on there, the valve body, you know, that'll handle more pressure. Anyway, we're gonna do the best we can here today, so let's go ahead and get started. It got dark. We did finish spraying. I did half, my wife did the other half, so that's good. But right now I got water emptying into the sprayer here, or filling, depositing, whatever, into the sprayer so that I can rinse it out and be done for the evening. So I'm just going to wrap this video up now. Hopefully the lights aren't blinding you. Overall, I would say the sprayer and the new nozzle, that big thing. Geez, you felt like a Ghostbuster out there spraying that thing. It was so big. It worked pretty well. It's really meant for a little bit more pressure. We had it cranked up to 100 PSI. That's the max here. But anyway, my battery light's blinking. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay tuned if you want to see whether this product worked and further updates on the pumpkin crop yet this year. Subscribe, hit the bell icon, questions, comments down below. And thanks for watching. I'll see y'all in the next video.